All right, let's get into this. Oh, I'm so excited. I had a good ass day today, dude. I went to the OR, big OR, a lot of rooms, a lot of high tech equipment. The Da Vinci robots were amazing to watch. A lot of good surgeries. Crazy, but it definitely went well. So, all right, I'm ready. Let's do it. It's the end of the world. Trump has bought and purchased Gaza. Let's see what it's like. We're role playing today, baby. Let me just get this motherfucker right here. Yes, updates. Okay, man. All right. You seen Cat Williams interview, or whatever his fucking name is, that redneck. God damn it. Theo Vaughn interview Cat Williams. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Go ahead and increase my brightness. All right. A nuke has been dropped. It's the end of the pulse.
Okay, let's go.
I got this bitch with me. I don't know who she is. I keep punching her in the face. She wouldn't shut up. In the game.
Let's ride. These rides always make me a little nauseous.
Okay. Is there a fucking map marker, or you just let me do whatever I want? What's going on? It's like a house in a car. I don't know what that is, but I would take it from the higher ground. That's what I would do. All right.
Hey, this is Selene. Like felony? I got a bunch of my life in a box that's teetering over the hole into hell or something. Might not live out the week, but it's cool, you know?
Whoa. Oh no.
trucks loaded with ethanol around the valley, supplying their outposts and garages with fuel. You can stunt their supply by blowing them up, or better yet, you can hijack the trucks and bring them to Prosperity or any other liberated outpost. I'm hurt bad! I'm down! Help me! Oh God, you gotta do something!
Get off of this fucking ATV, you dumbass bitch. You got a chromosome issue? Get the fuck out. Good lord. I don't even know where that chick is. Okay. Pretty tough wolf. I gotta tell you, I just love not having any ammunition at all. Definitely, really. All right. Oh. Whoa. I don't like that. I'll take that too. Come on. Yeah, come on.
On the left side of town now, speeding to the left. Stop at the light on the corner from up here.
Whoops. Okay. Now that I fucked that up, I don't know where this lady is. Honestly, I have no idea. I just stumbled across this hole in the ground. Let's see what's up. We're in Joe Biden's garage. Kid that shouldn't be here. This is a virtual simulation of my streaming setup right here. What's that? Let's do it. All right, we're gonna have to figure something out because President Trump wants us to take this over. And am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Is that a nuclear like missile silo? Whatever the fuck that is.
Lot of forces at play here. Physics, ecology.
Out of this entire landscape, how did you manage to lose your only
I need
belongings
a pair
into
of
the giant
arms.
hole?
Like, I got mine, but I need someone else's.
Listen, bruh, that's way far down. I don't fuck with heights in the real world, okay? You with your fucked up talk.
Oh my god, my dude. I am in, like, the worst real-life come-down that's ever graced the freaking planet right now. I grow these, herbs. You know, herbs. Don't ask me what kind, it's the kind that work, okay? That kind. I trek around here with a field kit, and, it fell. It fell just over the lip of this weird pavement hole. It's got, like, a year's worth of homegrown stuff in there. That kit saved me from, like, 8 deficiencies and 4 infections in the past 6 months alone. I can recultivate this stuff, sure, but, like, honestly, between you and me, my dude, that shit down there's my freaking lifeline. I won't last till the next harvest, next month without it. People die from, like, the dumbest shit these days. Get me my kit, and I'll keep you and your people ticking. So you can die from violence, like your god intended, instead of, like, stepping on a nail.
That's insane. This bitch wants me to jump down a fucking hole to get her weed stash. Ah!
Oh, hairy titties. I don't see a way back up, my pal. See if you can find some other way.
By the way, I got on my Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. They let me, there's 5 speakers in it. They let me know if I have a text message, like send a Bluetooth, if these devices do. There's also the device system with these glasses. So I have something about as retarded as ChatGPT in my glasses, effectively allowing me to use AI where I could ask it to elaborate on what I'm looking at. I could ask it to translate what I'm looking at.
The water's rising real heckin' fast, my guy. You should get back to the main hole.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so I fell down this bullshit hole. Telling me I have to fill it with water?
Okay, now the water not rising is a problem. Needs to keep rising. You need to keep flooding the place. Take a look around.
Is that a fucking dog over there? It is a dog. How do I get it? Poor puppies. Come this way. Hour drive. Follow. This shit's gonna go like that, actually.
Whatever you do, don't panic. I'm using up all the panic around here. You're gonna use up all the oxygen in your blood if you panic. Then you double drown. It's human body basics.
Fucking ow.
Okay, whatever squeaky magic you did before, you have to do it again. Twist some knobs or jiggle some doohickeys to build up the pressure.
I don't even know where I'm
Now,
going.
this might sound like irrational, but where there's water, there's crocodiles. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying.
Does this bitch say crocodiles?
Yo, you just need a little more water. Try up the ladder.
Fucking ladder?
Snakes are no fun. They have no chill at all. Watch your treads down there.
Why are you talking to me about snakes? Why is it so dark in here? Where are the snakes? Get out of the room, dumbass bitch. Who? Did I just get into a fight with a beaver? Did I see that correctly? Get over the paint can. You don't put a fucking object. Stop my character. Yeah. I'm just waiting for this beaver. I don't trust this shit at all. No. What am I supposed to do?
And where there's snakes, there's crocodiles. Or no, wait. That's water.
snake? It is a snake. Where did the beaver go? I can't believe I'm being so cautious about this beaver. Raise the water level. So I have to keep going. You know, there's a rabid beaver around here. Oh, what's a walrus? Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Alright. So I'm just trying to raise the water up. I come from upstairs and I thought it was a beaver. It was a badger. I hop over here and there's a croc. I think I got it. Ass. There. Velvet.
Listen, you are such a superhero right now. A super freaky fitness genius. You can do it. I believe in you. Holy tit feathers. You made it. Get my kit, okay? Get my field kit. Don't forget, okay? Please go get it.
All of this for a bag. Drop down a missile silo. Fought a crocodile. Stoters are always creating issues about the
I love you. I fucking love you. I'm gonna keep living. No death for me. No death for you. We get to keep tripping through the landscape.
It's time to settle down. Stop freezing my tits off in the wilderness.
You say what?
Oh, heck yeah. Give it here. Oh, my sweet baby spunk. We got it back. Oh, this will make life so much easier. Now I can itch my bug bites and get them infected without dropping dead a month later.
Are you shitting
Thank
me?
you, for real.
What the fuck is
I've
that?
been meaning to, like, help people instead of collecting roots like a dirt hoarder and junk, so you mind if I run with you? I can set up my lab in your home camp garden or whatever, and I can help you boost your immune systems and get you feeling real good. A constitution and junk. I'll just set up my stuff there now, yeah? Yeah, I'm going now. Gonna settle in. Thanks again, my dude.
Did you just move in with me? I didn't even consent. You told me that it was falling off. I got one sock on.
and put them in binders and leave them on desks and hope that these people leak this shit. And the more dumb shit they leak, the more the actual reality of what we possess. Like, let's say if the government really did find a flying saucer in the 1940s, really did back engineer the propulsion system, really did apply it to drones, and they really are flying them around and they have them. What I would do, I would make up some crazy shit about, a mothership that's 47 years away and it's coming and it's as big as a planet. And I would come up with the wackiest stuff.
Hold on, pause. They're already announcing that there's a giant asteroid that went from 1.3 to 1.9 to 2 point something % chance that it's going to strike Earth. So now there's a giant asteroid. Literally exactly what Joe Rogan talks about. A little bit of derivative, it's not alien shit. They're already saying there's
possible, and get it all out there, put it all out there. We have 57 different species all in a fucking freezer somewhere in Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and I just ramp up the bullshit in as many ways as possible. They've controlled all our nuclear test codes, and they hover over our facilities. We're powerless to control them. I would say everything as wacky and crazy as possible, so I could keep flying around these gravity propulsion vehicles that we've developed.
Well, I must tell you, I'm skeptical that those vehicles.
Keeping up with your career, Cap.
What do you think?
I'm optimistic.
Projections.
Yeah. In what way? But what if you could monitor them if you see them on radar, if they visual, they see
Keep an eye out for
water.
I'm having a deja vu moment here.
Whether it's an outpost, buried treasure, or a new ally in our fight, they'll always update your map with the location of something worth your while.
Displaces air, which means it makes noise when it moves. And I don't quite see the logic behind suppressing that fully. I don't see the capacity to suppress it fully. Who knows what I don't know?
You got the twins' attention.
But my guess is, if you had
There's a barn over yonder where the highwaymen paint their cars.
Around in the ways,
I hear their artist got a nice cache squared away there too.
I think they've seen it.
In case that kind of thing might interest an enterprising person like yourself.
Part of the phenomenon. And
well, why would that be the case if it operates on a gravity propulsion system that essentially bends space around it, and instead of creating a sonic boom, because it's flying through the air, it's not flying through the air, it's displacing space.
Well, I don't even know displacing space.
I don't know what a gravity propulsion system means.
Right. So,
but I'm trying to imagine some futuristic sci-fi version of a propulsion system that doesn't involve pushing something out the back. It doesn't involve exhaust, like a rocket.
I'm not necessarily requiring engine noise. I'm requiring
air noise passing through the air.
Yeah, passing through the air noise that, as the air collapses, as the craft moves, the air collapses behind it, that you hear something.
You mean when it's moving fast?
Yes, especially if it's moving fast.
But if it's not really displacing the air around it, and if this is what allows it to go through the water as well at extreme speed. So one of the crazier things that they've monitored is something moving underwater that's huge, like the size of a couple of football fields at 500 knots.
So this is exactly my problem. There's two realms. There's a realm in which I understand the physics of the universe enough that I can evaluate that claim, and then I can say, well, it's not obvious to me how you go through the water. The water has to be displaced, and water is denser than air in terms of how much matter there is, how many particles there are, and therefore it ought to be harder to move through than air. I would expect noise in the air. I would expect something similar in the water. And the fact that they behave in a couple of different ways. One, they're silent. Two, they turn in ways that would challenge a biological critter profoundly. Three, they move at speeds that are improbable in light of what we understand. Now, I'm not saying there can't be lots of stuff we don't understand, but what I'm saying is all of those have a simplest explanation, which is that craft
about
is
the whole train
matter.
thing, huh?
It's a projection.
Now, what science,
Let's crack.
what kind of technology even be available that could create a projection like that?
Well, that I believe we have. I'm not expert in it, but you can project from above or below onto material. You know, it could even, I think, be done in clear sky. Right? Especially right now, I don't know whether to go down this.
Yes, sir. We're ready to fly. Okay, so here's how we do this. The highwaymen set up strongholds wherever they collect rare resources. We'll fly in, and I'll drop you close by. Now you need to find and grab this package. It's marked by pink smoke, but beware. The package has a GPS transmitter. So once you grab it and start moving, it won't be long before the highwaymen come after you. I'll radio you an extraction point and bring the chopper around to get you. Talk to me when you're ready to go. Me? Haha, I'm ready yesterday. Found a ship like the one in Top Gun. Thanks to you for getting me the fuel. Now you, me, la grosse patate, we're gonna get back to doing what we do best. Pissing off highwaymen and stealing their resources. So listen to this. The highwaymen found a crashed aircraft carrier and are using it to hide supplies. They thought they could keep that a secret.
The aircraft carrier? Are you
No,
shitting
not from
me?
Roger.
What the hell am I supposed
Whatever
to do
they
with an
found
aircraft
has to
carrier?
be good for us, too. So what do you say we pay them a visit? Maybe take a stroll on the beach after we rip them off? No, just a joke. The highwaymen would be pissed off and we need to get the fuck out of there quick. So, ça te tente-tu? À moi, je capote.
What the fuck did this guy even say now? So I met some cool people.
Whenever you want to fly out, just let me know.
Yeah, I met some cool. I was a little nervous initially. They were nice, especially females. Very, very kind. Like, talking to me a lot. They're like, so Matt, come with me, follow me, talk to me about this. So Matt, what's your like life goals? What do you want to do when you grow up? I'm like, bitch, I'm older than you. What the fuck are you asking? What? I've done more in my life than you have ever. I've worked police, fire, EMS, and I was in the military. I've worked pre-hospital and hospital. What am I doing
If I stayed put when the world went...
when I grow up? Bitch, you are miles behind my accomplishments. Not happening. So, I told him. Yeah, I met a nurse named Daphne today. She was cool. I've never met anyone named Daphne in my life.
Yeah, people, look at the size of that thing. The highwaymen found their jackpot,
There
all right.
seems to be a certain amount of experimentation with particles being released from aircraft for some reason.
Find the supplies, and I'll radio you the extraction point. And don't forget to gear up. Good luck.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that many of us came to understand during COVID about proposals is that very often the proposal comes after the experiments have already begun. Right? You propose an experiment that you've already done, and then you recoup your investment when the grant is given. So anyway, I believe that there's been some experimentation with releasing particles. I think it's insane. Frankly, you have no right to alter the Earth's atmosphere without us at least having. I believe this is I think it's very serious. Hanging offenses in World War II. But nonetheless, to project a craft that wasn't onto a substrate. I don't know
So would there have to be particles, or is there a potential technology that will allow you to project something into just the actual air, clear blue sky, a physical thing, something that looks like this? Maybe laser creates plasma UFOs.
That priest for years old. Remember I showed you the video the one time that shows this little plasma thing dancing in here?
Oh yeah, find that video.
Yeah, this almost describes that. They've created stuff to trick missiles that are on places. Not that that's what this is, but it's a potential explanation for what some of it is. It's in the right neighborhood. I want them to do it. So let's just say, first of all, this is where I would want a robust university system and a robust journalistic system to dig, because there's a lot we need to know that they could figure out that would tell us whether or not what we're looking at are really distant craft moving at tremendous speeds, or it's an optical illusion. Let me just give you an example. You'll probably guess. It's 10 years old.
Whoa.
Huh?
They could do it in patterns like this in the air?
That's what they could do the whole time with aliens.
So they're making a butterfly out of plasma bulbs in the air.
Huh.
A plasma
That's pretty
bulbs.
good.
Pretty
Like,
wild.
and pretty silent.
What? Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
That's insane.
Oh my god, now make a tic-tac.
So a 3D display in mid-air using like laser plasma technology. So if you were somewhere and you encountered these things, you would absolutely think these are alien craft from another dimension that's come here to communicate with you.
And imagine that you saw that outside.
Right.
You wouldn't necessarily know how far away the object was, and therefore you wouldn't necessarily know how fast it was moving. You'd misjudge it. And to give everybody an example they will have familiarity with. I was driving down the highway, rainstorm, but the sun was shining, and I saw a rainbow. And I've thought a lot about rainbows. They're pretty interesting. And I realized, like, the rainbow looked to me 10 miles from me or something like that. It was actually, and I could tell that the rainbow came down onto the road, and I could see it in front of the guardrail. Right? You can see the rainbow. The parts up here look like they're closer to the mountains. It's down into the spray. It's actually 10 feet away, right? So, building a model of stuff, and it totally does not get the distance that it's looking at. To the extent that the rainbow is at it. Great.
Especially taking into consideration of a lot of these UFOs are night skies. Yeah, right. It's all black sky. It's very difficult to gauge.
So, if you had a robust journalistic apparatus, what it would want to do is figure out, well, if person A was standing in location X and they saw a craft moving, it would appear to be 200 miles an hour at a distance of 5 miles. Then the question is, well, who else would have seen it? And if we go and ask people who were standing in those locations, did they see it at all? Because if they didn't, then maybe the thing was inches away from the person being projected locally. Right? And they only felt like they saw something at a great distance.
So, what is your take when you keep hearing all these congressional whistleblowers and people coming and talking about that we've been in contact and we have in our possession multiple craft that are out of this world? What's all that?
Well, I'm going to share credit with Ben Davidson for this, but the basic point is PSYOP until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
And PSYOP until proven
Makes
otherwise,
sense.
I think, is a very functional way to approach this, because depending upon what kind of program we're looking at, and there obviously is governmental involvement in whatever it is, either concealing real stuff or pretending that it has real stuff that it's pretending to conceal, or whatever it's doing.
Right.
There is every possibility that there are sort of layers of awareness, and at the bottom layer there may not be anything alien at all, but it may be that people fairly close to the center have been shown something. I mean, I don't understand the purpose of any of this stuff. It's either talk to us about the aliens and when they started to visit and what it is they seem to want and whether they're still here and whether they're going to be back, whatever we know. That's what I would do. Any excuse that says the public can't handle it, I think it's just nonsense. So
But isn't the problem let's pretend that there is a real crash retrieval program and there are really if we've been hiding it for so long, then it's very difficult to not hide it anymore. It's almost like kind of like being in the closet. Like even though there's no reason to be in the closet in 2025, there's a lot of people that are still in the closet. Yeah. And I think part of the reason why they're in the closet is because like they were in the closet 20 years ago and they've been lying forever and they don't want to come out. So that's just a person with social consequences. Now imagine a government. So how are you funding these things? Were you lying to Congress? You have a crash retrieval program? How is that funded? Like, let me see your budget. Let me see where did you allocate money? This is fraud. Okay, now you're getting into a situation where people can go to jail. There's perjury. There's people that lied on the witness stand. So, like, if that's the case, then I understand why you would continue for your own personal benefit.
Yes, sir. Well done.
Protection.
Okay, here comes the extraction point.
Keep things secret.
Head to the beach, to the
And there's
southeast.
also the attitude.
It looks like a good place for me to land.
There's the utilization of how people by the government. That's always been the thing. Like they decide that the malinformation is a thing. So what that is information that's true, but it fucks you up. So it's bad. It's bad information, even though it's accurate information. So this is like you can't handle the truth. That's basically that it's the government's version. Now that's
You got the goods, but you need to get out of there. The highwaymen are going to throw everything they have at you to try and stop you.
To something as powerful as an actual alien contact that we have been experiencing for decades, and they've been lying about.
All right, well, as long as we're just sort of fantasizing about wild stuff here, imagine that Donald Trump were to be elected president for a second time, and he was pissed off.
There you are!
Nominated
You made a big mistake, Daddy
Director
motherfucker!
of National Intelligence, and getting the powers of days away. Right, then she gets him. She wouldn't have the best control as to were lying about this. She might feel obligated to tell us a couple of things.
Maybe we should edit that far out so she can confirm.
Surprise?
Yeah, we can pay her. All right, fair enough.
Just kidding. We don't have to edit it out. But yeah, that's the hope, right? The hope is she's a very honest person and a real patriot. She wants to do that 100%.
Also, separate track. He's going through books and finding all of the nonsense. And so, presumably, the effort to hide whatever is actually the impression that the U.S. service or to hide what we know about them. That's how it is.
Yeah. It's all interesting. But it's also, I always assume that something is the zeitgeist and is like prominently out in the newspapers and media and websites. I always assume that they're covering that this thing is the big distraction.
I'm coming in to land
And that's
now.
what I was
Let's get out of here.
while the UFO thing was happening over New Jersey, I was like, okay, what is distracting from? What's the big distraction? Because it seems like that's what that was. That just seems so
Second Mr. Collis,
so
I'm taking
obvious.
damage. Hey, they're shooting us like grosse patates. Va chier, tabarnak!
Well,
Why did they say that? Why did they bring
Shit, we gotta go
But
now.
Jets-
That grosse patate is in bad shape.
they turn the lights off and disappear?
so there is the question of what they were trying to distract us
All
from,
right.
if that was their purpose. But
Well, I'm gonna be honest. This was really fun. Let me know
Find the
if you want me to
supplies.
do it again. And I think I'm gonna go have a smoke. I'm gonna go have a cigarette. So that's gonna be the end of this. This was a lot of fun. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm off for the next 2 days. I spent the past week doing surgeries at new hospitals. So time to relax.